Hello, you horror movie freaks out there. This is the Strange Monkey coming at you with something different today. This is going to be the very first in a series called Worst of the Worst, where I just completely destroy bad horror movies. And we're going to start one off with something that a movie that I just absolutely hate with a passion. Because that's exactly it. There was no passion in this film. Creepshow III. I believe it came out in 2006. I don't really care when it came out because this was directed by two talentless idiots who thought they could recapture the magic of the very first Creepshow film, which was directed by the master, George A. Romero, and was written by Stephen King. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it was. When you put those two together, ow! This I can explain. I'm going to see a doctor, and I'm going to tell you all about it in the next video, I promise. When you put those two together, you have magic. The first Creepshow is a classic. It is one of the best horror anthology films out there. There have been so many over the years, but you can't top Creepshow. It was incredible. The sequel was okay. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but that was still watchable over this nonsense that came out years later. From what I understand, this is an unofficial third entry. And sure, they try to recapture that magic with 5 stories, because in the second one, there's only 3. There's nothing great about this. There's no redeeming qualities about this film. Well, maybe the animated introduction in the first film, or in the third film, I'm sorry, but that's about it. This brat called Alice, this girl that is just rude to everybody, she finds some magical remote control and things start changing. She's in different worlds, her family's different, she starts dissolving and she's all deformed. I don't understand what the hell was going on. Garbage. There's one about this professor who's getting married and his 2 students are there. They end up killing the girl by accident. Garbage. Because in that scene, overall, every single story in this film, the soundtrack was bad. They have like this music that made it sound like a comedy. Not one time. There was not one time in this film where I was scared. The other stories, there's about a radio, a call girl who tries to seduce some guy and he's a vampire. Take a look at this photo. Does that look like a vampire to you? Look at the makeup. That just looks horrible. And the last one is this garbage story about some doctor being chased by some dude who died and he's like trying to give him a hot dog or something. That's not scary to me. This film gets a 1 out of 10 horseshit. Don't watch it. Pretend it's just the first film, and that's it. That has been my worst of the worst review of Creepshow 3. Subscribe to the channel, like on Facebook, follow on Instagram. It's all in the description. Don't ever watch this movie. I'm not going to recommend it. Have yourselves a good fright.